EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New England Patriots.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. May going to throw right away. It's complete to Diggs. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing here is May. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Looking to throw. May. Short pass caught by Henry. The Patriots at 3-5, 2 games under 500. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Here goes tonight.
To throw, it's May. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down.
You talk about this Falcon defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it easily move into the top 5.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Gibson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
From the gun, it's May. And Diggs has it. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
4 yards. That's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here goes tonight.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. They'll throw with May. And this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Penix. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. You look at this Patriots defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And looking to throw, Penix. This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll throw with Penix. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. To the air, May. Open man down the field is Henry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Henderson running straight ahead. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Trevion Henderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To the air, Penix. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Robinson up the middle. It's out. It's loose.
Recovered by the offense.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And got his man complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Falcons. Ray McCloud, 87 yards. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, He recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
The score, Patriots 17, Falcons 12. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down the field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he's knocked to the turf right there at the 46-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's May. They set up the screen for Henderson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Second and long. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Penix dumps this one off to Algier. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Here's Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to Mooney. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. On the bootleg, it's Penix. And he is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
In motion comes the tight end left. Penix to the air once more. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. 3rd and 19.
A loss of 9 yards. And it's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Again, it's Henderson. And they nearly to get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Again for Henderson running to the right. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They work now on 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. May looking to run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it will still leave them with a 3rd down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing here is May. Hard throw, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Looking to throw. May. Incomplete on a deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's May. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
There's Henry. Touchdown Patriots. Hunter Henry as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking deep here from Mooney. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Complete to Drake London. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. That reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll stick with Algier. Pushes him over. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Show that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Robert Spillane able to bring him down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Charlie Warner, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw with Penix. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4.
Falcons 20. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
They'll throw with May. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the gun, it's May. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To the air, May. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll lift to throw again. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. May looking to run, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That's another.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And will be intercepted. has got it. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
Looking to throw, Penix. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Falcon first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
And they'll accept that penalty. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Now Penix going to hold on to it. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
17 yards.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
That complete. It's Tyler Scott with it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. Now Penix. Robinson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60.
To throw again is Penix. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Here's Penix. This will be caught at about the 6. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Robinson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Ready?
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Cut 19. Crack 60.
In motion right is the running back. They'll try and throw for it. And now pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. Down to about the 45. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Did everything these timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Henderson will try to run for the first. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running left is Henderson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. That has to drive a coach crazy.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
They run once more with Henderson.
And they take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
TreVeyon Henderson
With his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Patriots are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Borregales now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Patriots 38, Falcons 26.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. To the air, Bennett.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
They'll throw with Penix.
Under pressure, and they get a turn again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. In motion goes McLeod. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. That's complete to Mooney. Trying to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
On the bootleg, it's Penix.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick-6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Have the right defense call, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
13 yards on the play. And the Falcons first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's out wide here for Robinson. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be second down.
Robinson. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Penix working out of the gun here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Let's go. Let's
Penix to the air once more. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This ball down the field for Pitts. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to throw again. Now Penix going to hold on to it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now back to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's another Falcons first down. A gain of 9 yards.
He'll drop to throw.
First down.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up second down.
Let's go. 60 by 6. 60 by 6.
They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw again. This to Pitts, and he's got it. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Let's go.
That's caught. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. 34. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now we'll get whistles, and they signal for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on.